So what if I told you that the Nintendo Switch is not overpriced? What if I told you that the Nintendo Switch is actually a really nicely priced console experience for the specs that we are getting for it? Clinton Bowman of the Outerhaven production here. And you know something? Let's put things into perspective, ladies and gentlemen. The Nintendo Switch at $300 is actually really nicely priced for the custom NVIDIA Tegra processor that's actually in the console. You know, performing at, 720p when undocked and at 900 or 1080p when docked, going either 30 or 60 frames a second. That's really, really good with about 2 to 6 hours of battery life, depending on what you're doing. So this puts it in about the same range as most tablets that you would be using extensively. Because you're going to be using this for gaming mostly, I can see why. But that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the pricing for it. Now, considering that this is operating on a mobile processor, the same processor that is being used for the NVIDIA Shield, not just the tablet, but also the NVIDIA Shield Android TV device, which is $200 and is coming out again soon. Compare that to the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, which are both operating from a custom AMD mainline home computer processor at $500 and $400 at launch. Are the consoles coming at $250 and $300 right now? Absolutely. But this has been 3 years of price drops and 3 years of the components getting older and thusly getting cheaper to produce at a mass scale. That's something that people don't seem to understand, is that the Nintendo Switch is just coming out. The processors and stuff like that and the components are still a little high up there. Price drops will come, but at the same time, $300 is actually a really, really nice sweet spot for a console with the power that it has. Also, comparing it at large with the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, when Nintendo has no real aspirations to compete with those consoles, but more to compete with the $700 iPhone and the $700 Samsung Galaxy and LG V20 and devices such as those for the mobile gaming and the mobile experience space, is quite asinine. They're not competing with Microsoft and Sony. Microsoft and Sony already have their niches carved. They already have what they're offering to the gamer experience. The Nintendo Switch is being compared to the iPad, iPhone, Android tablets, whatever you use for gaming, and even Android TV devices going forward. So this is where Nintendo wants to be. They want to be in that mobile gaming space, because remember, they are a Japanese company after all, and they see that the mobile gaming experience is starting to make a movement forward and really just forward momentum. With that, they want to be part of that forward momentum, especially in America too, as that forward momentum is going there, where you're seeing games like Pokemon Go grossing ridiculous amounts of money. They want to bring the console gaming experience on the go with games such as Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey and things like that. But again, a 3-hour battery life, 3, 4, 5-hour battery life, that's not always the best, because the 3DS lasts a lot longer than that. I believe the 3DS can last up to maybe 6 to 7 hours. 7 hours, but that's significantly less powerful, and that's something else. Granted, the point of contention that a lot of people seem to have, and I agree, is with the pricing of the peripherals, where you see the Pro controller is $70 and the charging grips are $30, and the Joy-Cons separately are $50 or $80 for both. That is outlandish. That is insane. But because we don't know the exact technologies being put into a lot of these things, we don't really understand what the pricing is. Granted, if I was to make an inference, The Joy-Cons being $50 might be largely attributed to the pricing of the batteries in the Joy-Cons, because the Joy-Cons, they charge in about I would say 3.5 hours, and they give you 20 hours of battery life. And the Pro controller gives you 40 hours of battery life and a 6-hour charge, compared to the PlayStation 4 DualShock 4 controller, which only gives you about 5 to 6 hours of battery life, and the Xbox One with the battery pack installed gives you approximately like 15 hours of battery life. So that's something that's there. The battery may be a little more expensive, hence the pricing for the Pro controller and the Joy-Cons. So this is where I'm making an inference as to those high prices, better quality battery in there, or the technology that's in there to minimize battery usage while maximizing the usage of these controllers at 20 and 40 hours. That is levels of insane that I never thought I'd be able to see with a controller, getting that much battery life out of it. That's soon to be tested though. Like if that lasts 40 hours, that Pro controller, that is insane, and that might change the game for accessories and peripherals. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go back to my original point. The Switch is actually priced really well compared to the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 at launch, and those launch prices adjusted for inflation makes the Nintendo Switch approximately 40% cheap, about 30 to 40% cheaper than the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 if they were to launch today, or if the Switch were to launch in 2013 alongside the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. So check this out. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, give us a comment in the comment section. If you didn't like this video, you know what to do. I'm Clinton Navigator Bowman. Make sure you check out www.theouterhaven.net for all your gaming content, as well as like and subscribe this video. Like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content related to the Switch, PlayStation 4 Pro, Xbox One, PC, and everything that we do here at the Outerhaven Productions. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen.